Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. It's still fighting, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Touchdown! It's complete. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. Powering his way forward. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's got room. There he goes, Amari Cooper.
Right down their throat.
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play here for Dallas. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Dallas Goddard, his tight end, over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing is Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Lamb to return it. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, You know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a dump off here complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1.
Every single time.
Prescott on first down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 43 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return is Lamb. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On second down, it's Elliott. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here comes Rager. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella.
For this.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's taken on the 25. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the offense.